I believe this video is going to be one of the most important ones you'll watch in the next 1 to 2 years, so make sure you pay full attention. Today, I'm going to give you the exact formula to not fail in this bull market and win one of the greatest opportunities of your life. Every bear market, people say the same thing, which is, I wish I took profit. If you're watching this right now, there's a good chance that you'll make a lot of money in the bull market, but there's also a good chance that you lose most of it. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the exact signals and tools you need to be able to secure life-changing money over the next 2 years. Nothing here is financial advice. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, so let's get straight into it. The first thing we need to do is go over some basic principles you must always remember in crypto. Principle number 1, understand where you are in the market cycle. The first thing is you need a system that tells you how much risk you need to be taking in the market. This is the word that I'm using, and it relies entirely on signals to give me a clue as to where we are within the entire market cycle, and it allows me to adjust how much risk I'm taking based on the signals that I receive. The further along this line that we go, the more I take off the table. The second principle is most people don't know what they're doing, so you have to be able to cut down the noise. Reduce your exposure to media like YouTube and crypto Twitter, because I guarantee you, when the next top is in, everyone except a select few who know what they're talking about will be calling for higher. The next principle is markets are just buyers and sellers. You need to understand how many people are left to buy and how many people are left to sell. That's it. The second part of this video will explain how to do this, but when the next top does happen, it won't be because of bad news. It will be because of good news, like countries buying Bitcoin, because by that time, everyone who's going to gain exposure to crypto has already done so, and in markets, it can't just be a simple case of running out of people to buy your bags. Also, if you want access to this entire board, it's in the resources section of the Discord, which is free. I'm going to keep updating it as this is primarily what I'm going to be using to manage my own investments, and I'm going to keep building out. Anyways, the last principle is think deeply about sell targets and stick to them. Everyone needs a spreadsheet like this which has sell targets listed and probabilities assigned to these targets. For example, I've shown this before, but if Casper is at $1 and your next sell target is $2, but you think he only has a 50% chance of reaching that mark, you need to sell 50% of your bag. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they hold on too long. They feel that they haven't made enough money, even though that the money they have can significantly impact the quality of their life. They wait for that Lambo money or that retirement money. This almost happened to me last cycle, but I got out. The thing you need to understand is there's going to be more than just this bull market. People aren't going to stop chasing fast money, and as long as they do, there will be opportunities. So don't blow life-changing money trying to make it all in one go. Play the long game. If you have a small portfolio now, you can just build it up to a mid-sized portfolio, then go for generational gains in the next one. I think that's a much better strategy than trying to hit a 500x all in one cycle. But this strategy of assigning probabilities to price targets only works if you can actually assign good probabilities to these different price targets. Which leads me to the most important part of this video, which is signals. You need a collection of reliable signals that inform you of where you are in the market cycle, because that's really what crypto is all about. It's about market cycles and picking good coins. Different people like to use different signals to sell the top. I think it's best to use a combination of signals because it's possible that we top without these signals even flashing in the first place. So I'm going to go over some of the signals that I'm going to be relying on this cycle. Remember, I'll leave a link to this board in the Discord if you want to see it. The link to the Discord is in the description. I truly believe you, the person who's watching this right now, is going to make a ton of money in the next 1 to 2 years. But you'd only be able to keep it if you have a proper investment strategy. I'm going to upload much more videos covering topics like this on market cycles, and I'm also going to make videos for when I start to de-risk my portfolio. So subscribe if you want to see that. Anyways, you're a lot more likely to keep the crazy money you make if you can understand these signals and use it to adjust the probabilities that you have over here. So there are 2 types of signals. One that tells you that people are getting greedy and disrespecting the money that they have because they have too much of it. And the other one tells you that we're running out of buyers to continue buying our bags and pump the market. Both of these things are really bad. So I'll take you through the running out of buyers signals. So the first signal is when Dino coins start pumping. That means things like LTC, old 2017 coins. When those started pumping in 2021, that was a really bad sign. For me, it makes sense logically because it means people who were in the previous cycles have only now just started to come back and they're bidding the coins that they're familiar with. And the last thing you want to be doing is staying in a market with people who buy tops, leave during the bottoms, and then come back during the tops again. The second signal is market structure break or trend shifts. If I take you back to the 2021 top, you can see here how every leg that we had was really, really big up until the top, where each leg reduced in how big it was. So you can see here how this leg was big, this leg was a little shorter, this one was a little shorter, this one was tiny. That's an indication of exhaustion in the market and reduced momentum. And that's why we eventually rolled over and corrected minus 55%. Now, the third reason is when you feel like you've got no reasons to sell. That's usually a very bad sign, because remember, tops never form on bad news. They always form on good news when things feel like they're just getting started, when it feels like we've got so much higher to go. Because by that point, if everybody believes that, then that means a lot of people are already exposed, and that means there's not that many people left to buy your bags. I'll give you a clear example of this. The Coinbase IPO, which was being touted as a watershed moment for crypto, it was going to start a new paradigm. It was when crypto was being viewed as something that was legit, only to end up nuking the market 55% anyway, because we simply just ran out of buyers. Another variant of this is specific altcoins. So this is ADA, which dropped well before Bitcoin. So this is why I say you need specific targets for each altcoin, because they won't top at the same time as Bitcoin. This is why I say that people should only have a few altcoins in their basket so they can actually track what's going on with them. You need to be able to sell into the major upgrades and major catalysts for these altcoins. For example, the ADA upgrade was exactly what marked the top in 2021 over here. What I'm personally going to be doing is I'm going to be listing out every key milestone or roadmap event for my altcoin. And when I see a lot of general euphoria in the market combined with that specific major upgrade or catalyst for that altcoin, I'm going to use the hype and FOMO that event is driving to sell into. Now for the ultimate sell signal, which is Coinbase becoming the number one app. The reason why Coinbase becoming the number one app is so bearish is because retail is usually last to every single cycle. So for example, over here, the last 2 times that Coinbase became the number one app, it literally marked the tops of both cycles. If you go over to this website over here, which is called App Figures, I've linked it in this board, and you create an account, it actually shows you how many downloads that Coinbase has had. We've got 420,000 downloads this month. You do have to pay $400 a month if you actually want to buy this. In the future, when I believe we're getting close, I'm going to pay for this and give away the information in the Discord, so be sure to join if you don't want to miss that. And you can see how in the middle of a bear market, these downloads start to drastically decline as retail loses interest. Retail is only interested in green candles because that's what the average personal psychology is. Anyways, the second set of signals is greed signals. These are just equally as important. Celebrities making projects, that's always a bad sign. If they're making NFT projects, if they're making shitcoins, high leverage in the markets, that's also a bad sign, because it means if the market does dump, your altcoins are going minus 30 to 50%. NFTs, I consider this a sign of people disrespecting the money that they made, because they've made so much money that they now feel rich and they'll just blow that money in speculative garbage. So when people are doing that, it's always a bad sign. Meme coins, I would say this is a bit less of a top signal now because it's kind of become ingrained in crypto culture. But if you do see meme coins start to flip Bitcoin or Ethereum in volume like we saw with SHIB last cycle, that's usually a very bad sign. And it all just comes down to this famous quote, which is be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Just a disclaimer for everything I'll send in this video, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So these signals might not be the exact same in the next bull market, but they'll be based upon the same thing, which is running out of buyers and people being disrespectful with their money and not valuing it. I believe if you have a framework like this and you have a decent portfolio, there's no way you don't make life-changing money in the coming months. My final piece of wisdom would be, don't lose touch with the value and reality of money. If you turn 10k into 300k this bull market, that's amazing. Yeah, it's not a million, but where I live, people retire with like 60k, and that's with a lifetime of hard work. And you achieved way more than that in just 1 to 2 years. For example, if you make 300k, you could take 150 out, spend it on your family and yourself, keep 150, buy the lows of the next bear market and make a 10x. I believe I can be one of the best people to use to help you determine when to take profit. Not financial advice, of course, but having a channel helps me keep a bird's eye view on the market. Following mainstream influencers to help you determine when to sell is like shooting yourself in the foot. They're incentivized or blinded by the attention they get from all the new retail and also all the money they make from ref links. They'll be making like 10 to 50k a day. That won't happen to me, so make sure you join the Discord and follow me on X. There's a lot of good low-cap discussion going on here, and people have made some crazy gains in here. So all you gotta do is join and watch, and you'll find gems. It closes once there's too many members, so join before it does. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you found this video useful in the comments.